What if you could build your very own banking system, not with hundreds of thousands of dollars, but with a few $1,000s instead? A system that gives you access to capital, grows your money tax-free, and pays you like the banks ultimately get paid in the economy we live in today. That's the promise of a strategy that many people call today infinite banking. But here's the truth that most people miss. It's not about life insurance. It's about learning to think and act just like a bank. Banks are the most profitable industries in the entire world. They've been that way since the inception of the banking concept, and they operate on rules that anyone can apply with the right mindset and the right structure. So in this video, I'm going to be pulling back the curtain. I'm going to show you what infinite banking really is, how banks make money and how you can model them, the 4 rules that make or break this strategy, and how to use it to build real wealth without Wall Street being involved at all. So let's dive into it, my friends. Now, first off, my name is Ryan D. Lee, and this is the Wealth Outside of Wall Street YouTube channel. If you're tired of crossing your fingers on the stock market and losing 30, 40, 50% of your income to taxes and inflation and all the things that are just quietly stealing your money, then you're not alone. I help people take back control over their money and create real financial freedom in 10 years or less, using strategies that the wealthy have used for generations. So if that sounds like something you want in your future, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone that you care about, because friends, they don't let friends retire broke. So let's dive in and talk about what infinite banking is and how you can start to model this concept in your own life. Now, the first thing that you have to understand is infinite banking isn't about life insurance. I want you to consider this. Life insurance is the wrapper that we're putting around a financial system. Think about starting an actual bank. If you were going to start a bank, you would need to go buy a building, put some ATMs in it, get some tellers in a vault, and allow people to come in and out. A life insurance policy properly designed is your business unit that you're going to operate a strategy within. Now, the life insurance portion, how you set up the business unit, is critically important. First and foremost, it's important that you understand one of the reasons that we're using life insurance is one of only 3 places where you can put your money that allows you to grow your money tax-free for the rest of your life. Now, when most people think about life insurance, they think about buying life insurance, a death benefit. They want to take care of their family, a business partner, loved ones, whatever it is if they pass away. You're going to actually buy life insurance in the exact opposite way. You're going to go to a life insurance company, a very specific type of life insurance company, and you're going to buy the least amount of life insurance that's regulated by the IRS. The reason you're going to do this is you don't necessarily want the life insurance in this concept. You want the minimum amount that is required to have in order to keep the policy qualified as life insurance. That's it. Now, with all of this, you're going to try to pay as much money as you can for the least amount of insurance. And the reason for that upside down exchange is when you pay the most premium and get the least amount of death benefit in return, all of the extra cash goes into your policy in the form of what's called cash value. So these policies, they're called high cash value policies. Now, we highly recommend doing these type of policies with whole life insurance companies, but that's a topic for another video. But once your money, all of this extra premium that you sent into this insurance policy, is inside of a policy, here's what it's going to do. It's going to build up and accumulate in what is called cash value. Think of this as your banking system. This is the cash that you now get to start operating as a bank would operate when you go put your money into the bank. Now, once that money's in a policy, here's what you're going to get. Number one, because it's life insurance and we follow the IRS rules to keep it qualified as life insurance, all of that money is going to be growing completely tax-free. The insurance companies that stand behind these policies give you, number one, a guaranteed return, and because they're private insurance companies, they distribute their profits back to their policyholders in the form of a dividend. These dividends have been paid out for hundreds of years, and all of that excess cash that's rolling into your policy from a guaranteed return and a dividend is growing tax-free. Number two, your money's not associated with the stock market whatsoever in these type of policies. We're using these policies for the ability to use leverage, not to try to associate our money with the stock market, which means you're never going to experience a loss. Your money will constantly compound every single year, tax-free, and here's the kicker. You actually have an opportunity with one of these insurance policies to have a private line of credit up to whatever cash value you have in your policy. Meaning if you have $5,000 of cash value, you'd have a private line of credit directly with the insurance company on the money that you have inside of your policy. The insurance company, they use your death benefit as collateral for that line of credit, but now you get to operate like a bank. Your money can grow and compound, achieving a long-term goal, but because you have access to an open line of credit, you can leverage that line of credit to achieve all of your short-term goals. Now, my friends, this concept is called leverage. Leverage is a force multiplier. It allows you to take $1 that could normally, under most circumstances, only do the job of $1. Now, because you have an infinite banking policy and you have this access to this open line of credit, $1 can now do the job of 2. It can achieve all short-term goals and long-term goals simultaneously. This is why it's called infinite banking. You just turn $1 into 2. Think about how banks operate. Banks use leverage exclusively. Every time someone puts money into a bank, they're not just sitting it in the vault waiting for you to come back and get that money. No, they're immediately turning around and leveraging your money to operate their business system. Now, this is exactly how these policies work. They give you the ability to leverage your own money to operate a business system, allowing your money to grow and compound and achieve short-term goals. This allows you to start to accelerate your financial progress twice as fast. So to understand how powerful this is, let's talk about the banking model here really quick. There are 4 rules that banks operate by that you need to adopt inside of your infinite banking policy. Rule number 1 is understanding that leverage is king. Banks make money by borrowing low and lending high. You deposit $10,000, they pay you 1, 2, maybe 3%. Then they lend it out at 8, 9, 10, 15, 20% for whatever they're going to lend it out on. That arbitrage, that spread, allows them to make money almost out of thin air. With infinite banking, you can start to play the same game. You fund your policy, it grows tax-free, you borrow against it at a low interest rate, and invest in income-producing assets. That's the key, my friends. Rule number 2 of banks is money must keep moving. Banks never let money sit idle. Every dollar is always in motion, creating a yield. Think about it. The second money comes into a bank, they're turning back around, lending it back out. Money in motion is how wealth is created. Now, most people, when they open up one of these policies, they let their money sit thinking that was the move, to get my money into a policy. Now, that's only step number 1. The power of infinite banking is unlocked when you start using your policy as a funding engine to recycle your capital into things like real estate, your business, or any other strategic investment that creates cash flow that you can use to keep your system moving. The goal is velocity and control, not just passive growth. Step number 3 is only invest in assets. Consider a bank. Banks only lend against income-generating, collateral-backed assets. They don't give loans for fun. They give loans to make money. And you should do the same. Don't use your policy to buy a car unless that car is making you money. Use it to acquire cash flow in real estate or invest in your business. Assets that repay the loan for you versus you having to go out and work to pay the loan off. Now, rule number 4 that banks operate by that you have to use inside of your own system is demand repayment. Banks always get paid back, and you should too. When you open up your infinite banking policy, you actually take on the role of the banker and the borrower. Now, think about this. If you go sit down with a banker, they're going to ensure that they're going to get paid back. If you take a loan out to buy a house and you don't make the payment, they're going to take the house from you. Now, when you sit down and take a policy loan that you have control over, most people act like a borrower, and unless a banker tells them they have to pay it back, they never do. Too many people treat policy loans like it's free money. It's not free money. It's your money that can be used to build a system. Be the banker, set terms, automate repayments, treat your policy like a business. And this is how you keep the system moving and ultimately growing, creating perpetual wealth. You have to be responsible, and if you're responsible, then you can responsibly grow your wealth both in the future and in the present. Now, in order to get this system right for you, I want to talk about the 4 factors that you have to use inside of your policy design. I want you to consider this. An infinite banking policy is a life insurance policy. Now, that might sound okay until you understand a life insurance policy is a contract. It's a contract, my friends, meaning you're going to go marry this insurance company and you're going to marry the structure inside of your policy. So it's critically important that you get not only the structure, but the company right in your policy design to achieve your long-term wealth building goals. So factor number 1 is having the right policy design. Most agents structure policies for maximum commission. That means that they try to get you as much death benefit as they can get you, and they try to let your cash value build up slowly over time. To build a banking system, you want the exact opposite. You want to maximize your premiums. This is your capital. You want to consider how much you can and will continually put into a policy over the first 5, 10, maybe even 15 years. Then you want the exact opposite from what an insurance agent's going to try to sell you. You want the minimum death benefit possible. Now, this does lower an insurance agent's commissions up towards of 70, sometimes 80%, but this optimizes your cash value and early access to cash. Factor number 2, it's critically important that you understand that life insurance policy is not the answer. The life insurance policy is the solution to creating a business system. So when people put money into a life insurance policy hoping that the life insurance policy itself is going to make them rich and free, they're missing the point. It's the system that makes them rich and free. So in order for the system to operate efficiently and effectively to give you the most control, the most predictability, and the most guarantees, it's critically important that your policy is set up as a whole life insurance policy, never universal life. A universal life policy is an insurance company that's normally willing to take the risk of a fixed premium, a guaranteed death benefit, and a guaranteed level cost structure. They usually take that risk in a whole life policy, but now they shift it back onto you. A universal life policy gives you increasing cost of insurance, a non-fixed fee schedule, and essentially, if you really look at the fine print in the writing, the universal life policy is giving you a policy that is guaranteed to lapse, meaning you'll have no death benefit, you'll have no policy, and you'll have no cash value to show for it. And anything on top of that guarantee is risk that you're taking. What that ultimately means is you're thinking that the policy is the solution when the policy is the vehicle. Focus on getting the right policy, which is always whole life, not universal life, and operating the system effectively. So I get it, whole life is not sexy, but my friends, it's dependable and it's a system that will allow you to build real wealth on real predictability. Factor number 3 that's critically important is you have the right agents. Listen, most life insurance agents are salesmen, right? They're here to sell you a policy. They want to get you the policy and move on to the next sell. But you're setting up a system, not a policy. A policy is the doorway into the banking system. Make sure you're working with someone that understands how the system works and is willing to support you in using that system both now and into the future. You need someone who understands policy design, strategy, someone who will guide you year after year, someone who will help you deploy your capital, and someone who will help you adjust when your life evolves. My team and I, we do this every single day. We have thousands of policies, and in fact, for us, a policy is in alignment with a system. A policy is really the foundation of the passive income machine, which means the goal isn't the policy, the goal is financial freedom in 10 years or less. And so once you have the policy, we're then helping you use it efficiently and effectively to build cash flow, freedom, and ultimately achieve 6 figures of tax-free income in 10 years or less. That's the real focus, is understanding that you're working with an agent that has a strategy behind the policy, not just selling you a shiny object. And then factor number 4 is follow the banking strategy. Once your policy is set up, it's time to operate like a bank. That means borrow strategically, buy assets that repay your loan, use cash flow to rinse and repeat, and just operate a system. This is how you build momentum. This is how you turn a few $1,000s into a lifetime financial freedom engine. So if this opened your eyes on how infinite banking really works, do me a favor. Like this video, subscribe, and share with someone who needs to hear about this strategy. Because friends, they don't let friends retire broke, and especially friends don't let friends get into a horrible life insurance contract. And if you're interested in learning more about the passive income machine and how the policy is the central part of creating 6 figures of tax-free income, I've got some links for you down below so you can watch some additional videos and ultimately reach out if the strategy makes sense for you. But my friends, you are here to build real wealth, which means understanding a system and using that system to create predictable and consistent results. Join me on the next video.
Yes.